It was late spring. The rains had come and passed, and the frost had gone out of the ground. Warmed by the soft touch of the sun, damp brown fields lay open to the sky, covered only by a faint green blush as the first tender shoots emerged from their winter's sleep. Quite early one fine morning, when the air was still cool, but the sky gave promise of a golden day, the boy Erend, along with his family, left an inn lying in one of the quieter districts of the bustling port city of Kamar on the south coast of the kingdom of Sendaria. Erend had never had a family before, and the sense of belonging was new to him. Everything around him seemed colored, overshadowed almost, by the fact that he was now included in a small, tightly knit group of people bound together by love. The purpose of the journey upon which they set out that spring morning was at once simple and very profound. They were going home. Just as he had not had a family before, Erend had never had a home, and though he had never seen the cottage in the Vale of Aldur which was their destination, he nonetheless yearned toward that place, as if its every stone and tree and bush had been imprinted upon his memory and imagination since the day he was born. A brief rain squall had swept in off the Sea of the Winds about midnight, and then had passed as quickly as it had come, leaving the gray, cobbled streets and tall, tile-roofed buildings of Kamar washed clean to greet the morning sun. As they rolled slowly through the streets in the sturdy wagon which Dernick the smith, after much careful inspection, had bought 2 days earlier, Erend, riding burrowed amongst the bags of food and equipment which filled the wagon bed, could smell the faint salt tang of the harbor and see the bluish morning cast in the shadows of the red-roofed buildings they passed. Dernick, of course, drove the wagon, his strong brown hands holding the reins in that competent way with which he did everything, transmitting somehow along those leather straps to the wagon team the comforting knowledge that he was completely in control and knew exactly what he was doing. The stout, placid mare upon which Belgarath the sorcerer rode, however, quite obviously did not share the comfortable security felt by the wagon horses. Belgarath, as he sometimes did, had stayed late in the tap-room of the inn the previous night, and he rode this morning slumped in the saddle, paying little or no heed to where he was going. The mare, also recently purchased, had not yet had the time to accustom herself to her new owner's peculiarities, and his almost aggressive inattention made her nervous. She rolled her eyes often, as if trying to determine if this immobile lump mounted on her back really intended for her to go along with the wagon or not.